I've just come back from holiday. Sorry, I didn't have a look to see if they got any tomatoes. Cans of soup, vegetable soup, bloody lovely stuff. 5 a day in a can. Buggy of protein. Well, I've got fish fingers as well. That's my protein. Omega 3 fish fingers. Good for the brain, you know. That's why I'm so clever. I'm eating fish fingers from the tit to the bloody eternity. That's what it was. I used to eat. Come back from school, and we used to have lovely school dinners. And right, let me tell you, when I started primary school, I remember it well. Priory Street, Carmarthenshire, Priory Street School in Carmarthen, where I was born and lived for the first 6 years of my life, and I remember primary school there perfectly. We used to go to school, and then at round about just before 10 o'clock, we only got there by 9. Third of a pint of milk, proper full cream milk, but it was green top, you know green top, kiddies. It means straight from the cow udder. Not pasteurized, not homogenized, fuck all. And there were incidents where the milk, the odd bottle of milk or two was infected with something. Well, and every now and again, one person in the class had the squirts badly within an hour or two. Anyway, right, get back to it. 10 o'clock. Just before 10 o'clock. Quarter of a pint of, a third of a pint it was, little small, remember the old milk bottles? Same shape, but tiny. Third of a pint with biscuits. And, they used to give you these biscuits, right? And I don't know, it must have been full of extra vitamins. And this is going back 1968. 68, 69. 68. And I remember it well. And then after that, we had a sing-song. And then it was playtime. Playtime in 10 minutes. Quarter past 10 to about 25 past 10. I remember, ding-a-ding-a-ding. Used to call us in. Old-fashioned bell. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Right. And then lessons then. Sums. And I remember this well, right? First year of school, infants used to do counting, maths, arithmetic, on a chalkboard, small chalkboard, with a piece of chalk. And this is 1968, not bloody 1908 or 1808. And it's hard for me to bloody... I remember many things when I was very young. So, and then midday came, then 12 o'clock, school dinners. Proper beef mash, or during the summer used to be new potatoes, which was not mashed. Winter used to be mash. Autumn, winter, and then spring is coming when you have bloody marbles as to potatoes for school dinners. And then we used to alternate in it. Peas one day, carrots the other day, and then peas the other day, cards the next day. And then, right, some of you might, so- some of you of a certain age might remember this. We used to have beef. Beef. Stringy beef. It was delicious. I don't give a shit if it was horse. It was bloody delicious. It definitely wasn't beef because I've never seen beef like that since. You know, it was like stringy, so it was stringy-ish, and used to have a thin layer of fat around it. Like, do you remember? Horse. Yes, kiddies, you've been eating sugar. Sugar. Red rum. Aye, red rum with gravy. Yeah, and gravy. Oh, delicious gravy. And then, of course, afters. And, you know, it was in different afters every day. And I remember it well, you know, like apple tart with custard, lemon sponge with custard, and sago pudding with custard. No, sago pudding with a lump of jam, and what's the other? Semolina with a lump of jam in it as well. But the one I remember the most is macaroni pudding. And I remember distinctly being in at school dinners when I was 4 and looking at this bowl. What the shit is this fucking stuff? Pipes. Pipes. Macaroni. I thought, oh, I'll try it then. And it was bloody gorgeous. Gorgeous macaroni pudding. And then after lunch, bit of a lesson or something or other for about 10, 15 minutes. And then it was up to the bloody, well, it wasn't every day. Or was it? I don't know. Watch with mother on the TV in the dining hall after they after the ladies cleared it all. I remember once. Oh fuck's sake! I was dying for the toilet. Watching Watch with mother, dying for the toilet, and I was too embarrassed to ask the teacher. I needed it. Seriously, need to go for a shit. And 5 minutes later, you know, it came out. Fuck's sakes. I felt so embarrassed in my life. But, you know, shut my bloody pants, man. Was the teacher mad? Well, oh, I remember now, Mrs. Evans is, oh, God. Yeah, and then so, right, and then more lessons in, and then 3 o'clock for the infants, a slot. Time for home. And I remember the most of the, yeah, every day my mother used to pick me up. Not in the car, walking. And we lived, you know, over a mile and a half, something like that, to the house. And, you know, every bloody day walked it back. In the morning, next door neighbour gave us a lift when he was going off to work. But walking back, you know, I remember it well. I remember once there was a huge thunderstorm. we got out, we got absolutely soaked. I remember my mother was with a pram because my brother was only a few months old then. He was born when I was about 3 3/4. Yeah, great times. Yeah, and I missed, and then the school patrolman, Mr. Wardington. And I remember him now, Mr. Wardington. Aye, he was He was an ex-policeman, I think he was. Big fella. Old big fella. Mr. Waddington. He used to be a policeman. Retired. Yeah. Aye. Marvin. Very interesting town. What else that is? Oh yeah, I've been to Aldi. Spoke to my friend Paul, who was the cleaner there, evening cleaner. We had a good chat. He said they've installed new cameras in the store. I said, why? Is there a load of robberies going on here or something? And he said, watch yourself now. They were these trick CCTV, facial recognition and everything. So if the cop is somewhere, they can put your photo into a machine, and then it automatically scans all the cameras in the UK, and then they pop up where you are being seen on CCTV. That system. Fucking 1984, what is it? Anyway, all right, I'll call it 12 minutes. Yeah, I don't know. I do these videos for my own amusement. Narcissus. I like looking at myself. Talking about daffodils. Yeah. Narcissus. Somebody said that. They said, do you know Narcissus? I know what she was getting at. Bloody clever ladies, clever ladies. I just ignored it and said, yeah. Right then, have a good Tuesday evening. I'm off to a live chat soon.